Political groups who had applied to be registered as political parties were disappointed when the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, approved the registration of only two of them, the Democratic Leadership Alliance and the Nigeria Democratic Congress. INEC says while the DLA met the requirements for registration, the NDC was registered in obedience to a federal high court judgment. Meanwhile, the aggrieved groups, including the Green Future Party and the Nigerian Liberty Movement, among others, have expressed their disappointment, while some have threatened to institute a court process against the election management body. INEC had explained that the affected political groups failed to provide verifiable membership registers, functional offices in at least two-thirds of the states, and valid constitutions as stipulated under Section 225 of the 1999 Constitution and the Electoral Act 2022. While interim national chairman of the Green Future Party, Dr. Adefolaseye Adebayo, joins us now on Newsday for a chat on INEC's disqualification of the party and others, while giving us insight into what's next for the group and members ahead of the 2027 general election. Well, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us on Newsday.
Thank you for having me.
So, do you believe INEC acted strictly within the law, or do you see procedural or maybe political bias in this decision?
I would say that INEC did not act according to the requirements for registration of political parties. I think probably there's a political undertone to it because we met all the criteria for registration of a political party. INEC gave a criteria, and this criteria is just like a list. It's like when you want to do a wedding, you say, bring this, bring this, bring this, bring this. Those were the conditions. And the conditions included, one, you should be a Nigerian citizen. It should be, the party logo should not be, we should not be the same as the Nigerian flag. And the requirements, office, a whole lot, there are about 12 of them. And for someone, a party to be qualified, you have to register, you have to meet that criteria. Now, initially, they started as about 175. They were now shortlisted to 14. Now, those 14 that were shortlisted had met the initial requirement. That is, they made an intent that they want to move from an association to being a political party. Then they were shortlisted, and INEC invited all the 14 political parties to their office, and the requirements were given: payments of 2 million naira, then constitutional requirements, INEC guidelines. They even gave us a booklet with this requirement, and they gave us a code after paying the 2 million. And the requirements are such that you cannot move from one stage to the other except you fill in the requirements, because I was seeing in your report that they didn't meet, some parties did not meet all these requirements. They didn't have two-thirds of the requirements for 24. They didn't meet the offices. Yes. What happened was that we met all these requirements. We have the office. The INEC required 24 NEC chapters, that is for 24 states. We were in 29 states. They wanted to have an office in Abuja. We had an office. The constitution did not breach the constitution of Nigeria, the 222 to 224. We did not breach INEC guidelines. And in fact, the INEC guidelines itself, INEC did not comply with its guidelines, because after coming to verify, there were about 8 of them. The INEC commissioner, the lead team, even agreed that we provide everything, because it was like a tick, a checklist. There was no question. Bring this. All our members were there. So we were expecting that after 60 days, because the INEC regulation says that after 60 days of complying with all these requirements, that political party association should be deemed registered as a political party. So for us, we submitted our application, and it was acknowledged on the 10th, I think 14th of October. So 14th of October to 10th of December is 60 days. INEC came for a verification of what was already uploaded It's not that we gave all the requirements. They came for a physical verification, and they gave us the checklist, the administrative checklist, the constitutional checklist, and we fulfilled all, even on the day they came to verify. So our own 60 days elapsed on the 14th of December. So we told our members that anything from 14th of December, we should get our political party certificate. Unfortunately, we did not get that. Only for 4 days after these 60 days elapsed, INEC is now sending us, we did not comply with what we have already complied with. 222 to 224. One of it, you must be a Nigerian. You must not, your acronym must not be against the Nigerian constitution. You must have all these things that are already said. And the final one was their own guideline. They gave their own guideline, and we complied with everything, only for them to now say we did not comply. So we now wrote a letter to them, telling them we complied. And we let them know that this was even your own statement to us before we left, that we did well. We were one of the best. In fact, the INEC teams declared that day that we were the best that performed in all the places they inspected.
All right.
So why not register us?
You know, it's unfortunate. If everything you're saying is true, it's unfortunate how it's all playing out. But what are the realistic chances of overturning this disqualification in a court of law before the 2027 window closes for parties? What
we first of all did, when INEC sent their letter, ambiguous letter, I feel the letter is just generic. They just sent a generic message, we did not qualify. We had to write through our legal team to INEC, telling them every step, everything they verified, and we wanted them to send us a response. After that, we did not get a response. And when you don't get a response, the other option is to go to court. So we have applied to the court. We are waiting for a date. Probably it's the court that will enforce INEC to do the right thing and comply with its own regulation.
Do you think it will be in enough time?
That is part of why I said there's probably a political undertone. The government of the day want to disenfranchise Nigerians from having other options, apart from the few options that are available. So I feel there's an undertone to disenfranchise Nigerians from having other political party options. So it might just be it's just a delay tactics, because every evidence is there. Just like you are doing wedding, bring 42 tubers of yam, bring 1 goat. I brought 42 tubers of yam, I brought 1 goat. Then you said I didn't do all the things that is required for engagement. That's just as simple as it is.
Well, but I'm also wondering, in case the legal avenue doesn't work as you've planned, and in case INEC never writes back to you that you're expecting, is there consideration of merging with or adopting an existing political party platform, if you keep getting denied of registration?
The process is very straightforward. We want to believe that since INEC is starting on a wrong foot by causing uncertain glitches in the online process that it just started, what we are thinking is that the other hope is the legal framework, the courts, because it's just very straightforward. It's blue and white. Did you comply? This, and it is evidence-based. We complied. So we believe that the court will be in the right position to do and let us have our party registration. Although, logistics, this undertone, you come today, they don't give you date. We have been on this for a long time. So I just believe the best that we should get it through the legal route.
And we sincerely wish you all the best in the future. Dr. Adebayo, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
Conversation here.
Thank you very much.